What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at y'all with another banger, man. Today, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I am going to be bringing y'all the rare two-way three-point facilitator, y'all. Now, this build, by the looks of the stats, I am telling you, it looks exactly and pretty close like a Jayson Tatum build, y'all. So this build is definitely going to be usable, and I'm going to tell you right now, the badge setup is really nice. So as you can see, we do get the slashing takeover, which shows that this build is going to be really different. Before we get into the making, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, y'all. To the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters that are coming through for the very first time, go ahead and run up those likes. Now let's go ahead and get into the making of this two-way three-point facilitator, y'all. So, first things first, the position that we are going to be putting this build under is best going to be under the shooting guard, y'all. Now I'm telling you, when I put out these builds, I do go back and forth with the stats, trying to find out the best version when it comes to the physicals as well as the badges. Now, let's go ahead and check out the height, weight, and the wingspan. The height that I felt like was best was going to be 6'8". You could actually make this build at 6'9", but it's a little different. When it comes to the weight, I'm going to go with 206. And when it comes to the wingspan, instead of max, I personally like 7'1". Now, when it comes to the body shape, I feel like the find is going to be really good for this build. Even barely 2, you can't say that it looks too big, because honestly, for this shooting guard position, Burley is going to be pretty good, and you're still going to have a good size on you. Now, let's go ahead and get into the stats. The first ones we're going to be touching is going to be the finishing. What you want to go ahead and do here is put your driving layup up to an 82 as well as your driving dunk. If you go anything higher for either of these stats, you will get a different build name. Now, when it comes to the standing dunk, go ahead and put that at 85, and the post control, you can either max it out or go with a 79, y'all. Now that's going to give you 12 finishing badges. Let's go ahead and get into the next set of badges, which is going to be the shooting, y'all. I am telling you, there are so many different ways that you can go about making this build, but when it comes to the shooting, I wanted to get the most badges that I possibly can, especially to go with the build name. So go ahead and put your mid-range shot to an 82. Do not go anywhere higher. When it comes to the three-point shot, max it out at 87. And when it comes to the free throw, like I told y'all, for the most badges, go ahead and put it at 93, and that's going to give you 17. When it comes to the playmaking, go ahead and max out your pass accuracy, ball handle, as well as your speed with ball. That's going to give you 15 badges. Let's go ahead and get into the defense. We're going to max out our perimeter defense at an 87. When it comes to the block, go ahead and do the same exact thing, but at 90. And when it comes to the steal, to get the most amount of badges for the way that I made it, go ahead and put your steal to a 76, and that's going to give you 11. So the reason why I did that is because I want really good physicals when it comes to this build. So as y'all can see, I'm going to max out my speed, acceleration, vertical. I'm going to go ahead and put it at 81, and we're going to have a 70 stamina, y'all. So we still get really good physicals, get the rare build, and then from there, on top of it all, we get really good badges, y'all. So this way, I'm telling you, is definitely going to be one of my favorite ways that I have made it, and this is the best way with the most badges that I found. Feel free to change anything about this build. If you don't like the physicals, you can obviously make them better. If you want more defensive badges, you can obviously do that. And if you want to take away some of the shooting, I would recommend taking off from the free throw and not from your mid-range or your three-pointer. I'm going to leave it up to y'all, but let's go ahead and check out the takeovers that we will be getting for this build. Now, we get the slashing like I showed y'all earlier. Of course, we get the sharpshooting, but we also get the playmaking as well as the lockdown. So this build is definitely going to be fun to use, especially once you get your unlockable takeovers. You're going to be able to be some of the best takeovers in the game. The first one I'm picking is going to be spot up precision. The second one, you can really consider one of the playmaking. It'll really help your teammates out, especially with making shots. But the one that I'm going to be is going to be extreme clamps to help out more on the defense. And as y'all can see, we have made the two-way three-point facilitator, y'all. This build is honestly going to look really great at 99. Let's go ahead and check out what it looks like, and I'm telling you, these stats are honestly going to surprise you. So let's go ahead and take a look when it comes to our driving layup. That's going to go up to an 86. Same thing with our driving dunk. If you add boost, you're going to be in the 90s for that. Same thing goes with their standing dunk and post control. We're going to be in the high 80s. Now when it comes to the mid-range shot, that's going to be in the 90s, and same thing with your 3-point shot once you add boost. When it comes to the ball handle, we will be getting the pro dribble moves at 97 overall. And when it comes to the defense, we will be getting in the high 90s when it comes to the perimeter defense, steal, and the block, y'all. And I'm telling you, if you have the right teammates running floor general as well as defensive anchor, these badges as well as your stats are just going to be so much more better overall. So think about it. That's something I would really consider. Even with this build, you can put on the badges that are definitely going to help out your teammates. But let's go ahead and finish it off with the physicals. Our speed is going to go up to a 91, acceleration an 88. When it comes to the vertical, that's going to be an 89, and our stamina is going to be a 78, y'all. So this build all around is going to be really glitchy, I can say, especially for being a rare build. Let's go ahead and get into the defensive badges. The first one that I'm going to put on is going to be Intimidator. From there, I'm going to go with Rim Protector as well, and the last one is going to be Clamps. From here, you could upgrade any of these badges or put on different ones. What I'm going to go ahead and do is upgrade Hall of Fame, Rim Protector, Intimidator, and then from there, I'm going to go with Gold Clamps. You could drop your clamps to silver to go with a bronze chase down artist, but if you don't want to do that, don't do it. Let's go ahead and get into the next set of badges, which is going to be the finishing. So what you want to go ahead and do here, the first badge I'm putting on is going to be Posterizer on gold. From there, I'm also going to throw on Heat Seeker on Hall of Fame. We have 5 remaining badges. I would consider Lob City Finisher on bronze at least to get animations. From there, you can consider Acrobat, or you could even go with Pro Touch. Putback Boss on silver is a badge that I like to run, but if you want to change any of these setups, feel free to. Let's go ahead and get into the playmaking now. We have 15 badges that we're going to be able to use here. So the first badge that I'm going to throw on is going to be Quick First Step on gold. From there, I'm also going to throw on Handles for days, but on Hall of Fame. Now, we have 8 badges remaining. So something that you can do to help out your teammates a lot is going to be Hall of Fame, Floor General, as well as Dimer. But if you don't want to do that, I would highly recommend throwing on Stop and Go as well as Space Creator or Special Delivery, just so you can help out your teammates get their takeover quicker as well as team takeover. Now, I'm going to leave it up to y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the last set of badges, which is the shooting. From here, I'm going to go with Gold Hot Zone Hunter as well as Deep Threes. From there, I'm going to put on Bronze Clutch Shooter. We have 10 badges remaining, so I'm going to put on the badges that are going to help me out the most. That's going to be Green Machine on bronze, Hot Shot on Hall of Fame, Silver Corner Specialist, as well as Catch and Shoot. And the last badge is going to be Blinders, y'all. Shout out to the Rich Gang family as well as any new supporters coming through, showing y'all love as well as y'all support. That's the setup we're going with: 17, 12, 15, and 11. Man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, y'all. To the Rich Gang family as well as any new supporters, be sure to run up those likes. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. And last but not least, turn on post notice so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.